So the drive's going to start with Pollard to the 43, second down.
He was brought down by Troy Anderson. A gain of 2 brings up second and
Going to run again here with Pollard. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
They'll try and run for it with Vaughn. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
that's good for our Cowboys. First down.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. 36 yards on the play. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. On play action, Prescott steps away. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A man who was a collegiate standout nearby in Austin, it's Bijan Robinson. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Ritter with it after the play fake. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because when the defense got hit, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you've got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Ritter off the play fake. Forced out to his left. Ritter has it knocked down. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now it's caught inside the 25. A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent, and sometimes
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Pollard will take it up the gut. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Prescott off play action. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Pollard one more time. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And this time he is in. Tony Pollard, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now we'll see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Gallup in motion right. Off the play fake, Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To the air again, Prescott. And he's got it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard. It's a keeper with Prescott. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Dak Prescott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave, and that's not really a good throw.
He's got him in, complete. And he's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half. But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away, but this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop. Now it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, it's Ridder. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. On play action, here's Ridder. Rolling to his right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Going play action. Ridder sliding out of the pocket. That is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Anthony Schwartz. 34 yards. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
Cowboys 28, Falcons 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now... And this will be caught at the 30. A big play here for Dallas. 55 yards.
That's good.
First down, Prescott. That is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action now. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick is indeed good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready up. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd down and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, there's London.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
97.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Ritter on 1st and 10. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Looking to throw it here, Ritter. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Set, ready.
Ridder looking to throw on 1st and 10. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Ready.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Ridder now. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Now Ridder going to change up the look. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Falcon first down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A great effort there. 48 yards. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran at the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet.
It got his man complete. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards.
That's good.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And apparently he knew what he was doing as he winds up bringing this out past the 25. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ready.
Second and 10 now. It's Ritter. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
A gain of 15. First down, Atlanta.
Now Ritter to throw on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Rolling to his right. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Second down pass. Intercepted. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's good for Cowboys. First and 10.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Going right back to Ferguson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Prescott to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now here's Pollard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Set, ready. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw, Ritter. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
At the Cowboys' 6-yard line.
Jackrack.
Motion man is Schwartz. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Another throw coming up here for Ritter. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Micah Parsons in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Fourth down, big play. Here's Ritter. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
That's good.
Prescott now. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40.
Intercepted by the Falcons. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
On the double.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down, Falcons.
Robinson on a give right side. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Robinson. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now Ritter toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. They'll let Robinson try and run. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw there taken in by Smith. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. Ritter's throw pulled in by Schwartz. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd down and 3. A give left side to Robinson.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. Again, it's Robinson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Let's go now.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll him behind the line.
They'll
come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Ritter wants to throw it. And he's brought down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. And now we've got a 1-score game and at least a little light at the end of the tunnel.
Is that what we call a glimmer of hope?
Glimmer of hope.
Because they've got to get an onside kick and then find their way into the end zone before time expires. Glimmer, or what's less than a glimmer?
I don't know. You're the one that knows all the big words. A sparkle? A sparkle.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we're going with.
And he'll conserve whatever time he can as they'll opt to bring it out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The tackle made by Jesse Bates. 8 yards on the pickup.
Throwing here, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the 4th quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for Dallas, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they fall under 500 now as they drop to 7-8. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.